We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live!
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Corey.
This is John.
And this is HW Radio Talk. And today we were going to talk to you about why we hate mainstream media news so much.
That's right. Because it's depressing as crap.
It's not as depressing as the local news. You ever watch the local news?
It's all depressing. It really is.
Yeah.
It
well,
really.
yeah,
Actually, the local news around here is even more depressing because I'm in Albany. So every time I turn on the local news, I have to hear about Tremaine getting shot 6 times and how his family made shirts. And they all make shirts. Have you ever noticed that? They all make shirts. And it's all got, like, the guy's picture on it. And then everybody who wears the shirt is crying. It doesn't matter.
I think his name's Treyvon, not what'd you call him?
He got
Tremaine?
shot.
I don't know what you call him.
Everybody who has a shirt cries. That's a rule. And when the cameras come over, they cry like 10 times harder.
Okay.
I've seen them. I've seen them on the sides of the streets. It's all depressing. So anyways.
Okay. I hate the local news and the national news in different ways, but I hate them both. Don't worry.
Oh, really? Why don't you expound upon that?
Expound. Okay. Well, I don't like the local news, like I said, because it's just depressing. It's just fires and murders, and teachers getting pregnant and things of that nature that are just bad ideas. And the national news is a bunch of Democrat versus Republican, Fox News versus NBC, and it's just like I used to love Bill O'Reilly, but he's getting a little crazy. He's not Rush Limbaugh level crazy yet, but he's starting to get that way. That whole, I don't know if you saw, John, that whole rant about there was some atheist guy on, and he's like trying to justify religion by saying the sun goes up every day and it goes down every day. You can't explain that. And the guy was just like, yes, you can.
It's because the Earth goes around the sun and the moon. You moron.
Yeah.
Actually, technically, you want to get technical there, Mr. Science. The moon actually goes around the Earth, but whatever.
Hey, you were the one that said the moon goes around the sun, not me. I don't know why.
I had to correct. I had to save that, because if I didn't save that, people would be like, oh, listen to this idiot.
Oh, yeah, they would have just linked you.
They'd toe that up. We can't be toe up here. Which, by the way, is a technical term, toe up.
Yeah, we don't appreciate being toe up. You want to know why I do love Bill O'Reilly, though?
Why do you like Bill O'Reilly?
For this reason right here.
Now, I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay.
Read the words, Bill. This isn't Reading
There's
Rainbow.
no words there to play us out. What is
Read
that?
the words.
Play us out.
Yes, that's why I like Bill O'Reilly. But Bill O'Reilly's gotten a little crazy lately. And it's making me sad because he was like the only guy I would actually stand to listen to. All the other ones just are irritating.
It's actually funny because we call that getting a little crazy lately. We call that Alzheimer's, and a lot of my patients suffer from it.
You saying Bill O'Reilly has Alzheimer's?
He may
Dementia?
be getting a little crazy with some dementia to the face. But here's why I hate national news.
We share.
I hate national news because we do share, first off, thank you. So this is why I hate the national news. I think that we should have, freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. But it's so controlled. Like, you are only getting what they want you to hear. And I hate to sound like, a conspiracy theorist kind of guy, but you really do. You don't get the whole story.
I completely agree with you.
And I can tell you, this goes more for local news. I know I'm switching topics real quick, but we've done, car accidents and cardiac arrests and all sorts of shootings, stabbings, and we know the story, right? Like, I know the story. I was there, and I seen it happen with my own eyes. And they'll totally take it and be like, they'll screw it all up. Like, some guy could get shot 13 times. They'll be like, and Gloria C. Culvert got stabbed 14 times in front of the local Extra Mart in Hudson today. It's like, no, he got shot point blank with a pistol in the mouth.
He did get shot point blank in, like, the best town ever, though. I don't know if you heard what town that was. Can you tell us again, John?
Actually, it was Claverack now.
Oh, never
Now
mind.
that I
It
remember.
wasn't a very cool story anymore. I thought it was in Hudson, so I was.
Yeah,
You know,
no.
that's my hood.
Actually, nobody lives there, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, they're not allowed. I don't let them.
Yeah, they're so ashamed of the name, so they stay away.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Pretty bad.
Yeah. Well.
The rape is 100%. 100% rape in Hudson.
What do you mean by that?
Statistics have shown that there's been 100% rape increase.
Like everyone that goes in there gets raped, male, female, animal.
Doesn't matter. Yep, animal. Specifically, the Fox network makes me want to vomit in my mouth a little bit every time somebody comes up to me and tries to engage me in some political discussion, and they're like, "Oh, well, I saw on Fox News." That's my first reaction. Is I just immediately vomit blood. Because
wow.
Rupert Murdoch is like the antithesis of evil, in my opinion. He's actually, I don't know how many of you guys know this, but in 1995, the Fox network became an object of legal scrutiny. They went to court because Rupert Murdoch, he actually owns the company, and it's an Australian company that runs an American news network, which makes no amount of goddamn sense to me. But anyways, he's based in Australia, and the FCC ruled in Murdoch's favor because they said that Fox was in the public's best interest. So in other words, let's take a step back and just go over what I just said. We're watching an Australian news network broadcast American stories.
Seems legit.
Yeah. No. And I just every piece of putrid, vile story that comes out of Fox is just like it's spun so much to the point where I don't believe any of it. I really don't. So that's my story about why I hate the national news, Fox Network in particular. I can stand CNN. I don't know about you.
CNN is okay. I don't like NBC because it's super ultra liberal, and I have no problem with a little bit of spin, but Fox News is ridiculous conservative, which bothers me. Like, I'm a conservative guy.
And me as well.
Yeah, and you are too, but the level that Fox News takes it is just, I can't.
Out of this world.
Yeah, it's
out of this world.
When it gets to the point where you're questioning the sanity of the anchor, like Glenn Beck, that guy was a piece of work. But when they're just, spewing off-the-wall conspiracy theories and things like that about the other party, it's frustrating because you're not helping anyone, and you're just making yourself look stupid.
Yeah. That was very angry.
That was a growl.
They also own the Wall Street Journal. I did not know that.
Yeah, Murdoch owns quite a bit of
and the New York
things.
Post.
Yeah, Murdoch owns a lot of stuff. And I don't want to sound like a crazy conspiracy theorist either, but I find it very hard to believe that the higher-ups at these news corporations aren't directly fed things by our government. I think it's very possible that you think about how propagandaed up we were back in the 50s against the Russians, like all these things we said. Yeah, all these things we said, the Russians were so evil. Well, the Cuban Missile Crisis, when they sent nukes into Cuba, and we were all mad at them because they were being aggressors. We had put nukes in Turkey, which is just stone's throw away from Moscow, and the Russians asked us, guys, don't do that. We don't like that, and we just basically told them to blow themselves. And so they were like,
"Go pound salt." That's
go
pound salt
and drink vodka. Go be Russian.
While we threaten to nuke you.
Yeah, right. And so they're like, okay, well, we'll just go find a country that's a stone's throw away from you guys and put our nukes on it. And then all of a sudden, that was not okay, right? But no one knew this at the time. We all thought that Russia was, big evil and all that. So I find it very hard to believe that all of a sudden we just stopped feeding the populist propaganda? Like, at what point were we just like, okay, we need to stop doing that? I don't think it's ever stopped.
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, this is why, podcasts like this are absolutely necessary, because if people don't exercise their free speech, it gets undermined to the point where you don't see it happening anymore. Like, all of my hundreds of Facebook friends I see, it never goes any further than, I support Coney 2012 on their Facebook status, and that's the end of it. And the guy still goes out and captures children in the middle of the night.
Yeah. And,
which is a whole nother issue we were upset about.
Yeah, we'll go into that. We'll go into that another time.
Stay tuned if you haven't heard it already.
I think there were like 4 people that heard it already, so don't worry. We do need to watch out, John, if this, what was it called? What was that bill called? The Liberty Act or something, where it could snatch people for whatever reason?
You were considered a terrorist if you had over 2 weeks of food supply and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm. And they could like snatch you off the street and have you incarcerated for an indefinite amount of time with no reason or trial date. Yeah, they're gonna come get us because we're undermining them.
Yeah. Maybe we should. Maybe that should be our next show, Corey. Why don't we do our next show on that one? No. About that bill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good plan.
That'll be our next show. And
you heard it, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God.
Okay. The national news is irritating, but I hate the local news in a different way. Not
just as badly.
Yeah, right. About the same. Because it's just so depressing, man. Like, it's fires and murders and pregnant teachers and like killer bees and just everything bad in the world.
Well, wait, killer bees?
I don't know.
That is some crazy stuff.
I bet there's a news story about killer bees.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay, yeah, you check out for the killer bees.
I'm very afraid. Have you ever noticed that?
That's what the local news does to you, makes you afraid.
That's what they aim to do. They're just like, how can we scare the living crap out of people today? I don't even go to horror movies anymore. I get my date, I bring her, and we turn down the lights, grab some popcorn, and watch the 6 o'clock news. That's the most terrifying date.
Yeah, she's got to love that, huh?
Yeah.
I'm sure she appreciates that. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm single.
I wonder why. Yeah, I ought to try that sometime, John.
Yeah, you'll be single yourself.
So you wouldn't suggest it, or you would?
No.
I mean, I got something coming up this weekend. I could just do that instead.
It is a really good plan if you don't like sex.
Well, that's about all we got to say about the news.
That's about all the time we have to say all that we want to say about the news.
Yeah, because you people don't have attention spans, so we have to be short.
It's all your fault. On that note,
please keep listening to us.
Please keep listening to us. Yes, we like you very much. Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to us. Contact us. Yeah, suggestions. Any feedback if you like us or you hate us. Your hateful spew is welcome just as much. Ideas are always good. We love ideas because we love having new things to talk about, and we love to give you guys a shout out. And bad ideas, good ideas, we don't care. The only things we don't accept are mediocre ideas. They need to either be good or bad.
Right. Yeah, we don't have any mediocre time in our life. We
have 2 piles of ideas. We have good ideas and bad ideas, like our good idea, bad idea segment. And that's all we want. Our good ideas, bad ideas. So leave them in the comments. If you're friends with us on Facebook, send them to us on Facebook. I'll put the email up in the description on the YouTube page. But until later, YouTube, this is Corey from my buddy John. And we'll see you later.
Take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm John,
I'm Corey.
and you're listening to HW Radio Talk. And tonight's topic is going to be about why we dislike the average mess up and why I mess up so much. So let's talk.